Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for coming to Modev Tablet. We love this conference. It takes both design and development. They're both needed for application creation, so they belong together. Today, we'll be talking about tablets as a utility.
Yep. And first, we would like to introduce ourselves a little bit. I do have to admit I feel a little bit naked without the laptop in front of me with notes, but we're going to wing it. First is what is Intridea. We design and develop apps for the web, iOS and Android. We were founded here in Washington, D.C. We work with very cool clients, which is really true. We have around 40 plus full-time Intridians. Some of them are here in Washington, D.C., but we also have folks in San Francisco and I think in Boston and New York City. Yep, and we work from anywhere, and we are actually growing, so we are hiring. There's a little logo up there, so please see us. We have a booth out there, and we hire the best and the smartest, so please come and see us.
If you're the best or the smartest.
Exactly. So,
all right, great. So I'm Maggie Luberts. I'm a project manager for Intridea. At one time, I manage any number of projects and applications that are in development concurrently. And this is Jurgen.
Yes. Hello. I'm the lead of the user experience and interface design team at Intridea. So, all right.
So tablets we've seen throughout history. One of the most famous tablets, I think, is going to be Moses and the tablets that are very famous. Charlton Heston, great facial hair. After that, we progressed, and we've got Captain Kirk. He's got a tablet. He's signing off on something very important. And then from there, it went to this idea that everybody has a tablet.
Wie kommst du eigentlich mit dem neuen iPad zurecht, was wir dir zum Geburtstag geschenkt haben?
Gut.
Mit den ganzen Apps kommst du klar?
Was denn für Apps? Geh mal bitte den Stift zur Seite. Was denn?
This probably isn't too far off from people that you know or love personally. Some people don't get it, but most people now do get it. And tablets have evolved into this great device that everyone can use to play games and do really awesome, interesting things. But businesses are getting wise. If people are so interested in tablets, that's the kind of tool that we want to use to progress our business. So at Intridea, we've been working on a couple of tablet applications that are being used as tools throughout different industries. We've got hospitality. We developed a POS system for Agilicis. Equipment services, Mitsubishi Electric, they sell HVAC systems, and we've helped them to develop a system for their quotes during their sales process. And then NIFWIF, the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation, approached us to create a kiosk application to be put in corporate offices for people to peruse.
Great. So let's get started with the first one. Agilicis is the second largest point of sale firm in the United States of the micros. So they're specialized for hotels, restaurants, and casinos. And they've been in business for 30 or 40 years, and they approached us to build up something from the ground up. So we built a brand new point of sale terminal and also a brand new Android app that allows them to go out in the casino, take their orders, and they're being fulfilled while they're out on the floor.
So for this application, it was really important that the application work both online and offline, because we're deploying this application in places like hotels in Las Vegas, where employees need to have a Nexus 7 or a Galaxy Tab with them in order to make sales by the cabana at the pool or on the floor of the actual casino. So we made it so that there was a cache, and any orders that were placed when they were outside of range of Wi-Fi or possibly offline for a few moments would be immediately sent through after the order was placed and they reconnected to wireless. And I don't know, by a show of hands, how many people have worked in the hospitality industry before? Had to deal with a POS. They are literally POSs for the most part. They're ugly. No one likes to use them. And if you've ever worked with a wait staff, everyone complains. It's not fun. So we wanted to build a POS that was actually pretty, that worked really well, in a way that was really intuitive for people who would be working in the restaurants and using the application. So that's what we did, and they love it, and we're looking to expand, and I think that it's a great idea because this same development and framework can be used anywhere because the tablet is portable.
One quick extra note from a design perspective, we actually tested this interface a lot with folks on the floor, seeing it in like super bright light, seeing it in dark, especially in Las Vegas, where you walk from a really bright room into a really dark room from one second to the next. And the other thing with this type of application is that folks use it for hours every day, and they don't read the screen anymore. They just touch it and they know where the actual button is for a certain order. So we really streamlined it for that with the right colors, the right button size, and making it really, really friendly. And perhaps at first it looks like just a bunch of buttons on the interface, but when you see them using it and how fast they are and how quickly they can take the orders, it really feels like a very old machine.
Yeah, and when you've got a tool that you enjoy using, you've got a happier workforce. The people who are serving you are happier because they've got this to deal with rather than a really ugly POS that's hard to understand.
On to the next one.
Absolutely. So Mitsubishi Electric, they sell HVAC units, and it's big business all over the world. And during their sales process, they have to give a quote. And of course, you can imagine as a business owner, it may be hard to understand the intricacies of how many HVAC or air conditioning or heating units you need per square foot, and to understand, which services cost how much in order to justify your bottom line. So what we wanted to do was create an application that would act as kind of an end to their sales process that they could go through interactively with clients in order to design a quote that they understood and then easily email it to them or upload a Dropbox for future reference.
Exactly. And same thing here. The two most important things were to create something that's really, really easy, where there's not a whole lot of actual training that they have to do with the staff. And we're calling that the no manual software, where they're able to just hand it out and say, here, start using it. And obviously, we looked very closely at the previous workflows. We looked at how they did it, the last 50 years with like paper and all that stuff, and brought over the best stuff from the paper version into the interactive version, and they will like that because they get up-to-date quotes. They know about the actual prices of certain tools, and instead of filling it out in paper, going back to the main office, and then they tell them, oh, this is all wrong and the price is old. They got to go back to the actual customers. There's a lot of back and forth, and with this tool, they can do it right there and then, and it's just a very streamlined, and their life is a lot easier now, and really love this thing. Great.
So just one more note about this. They came back to us for more development. We're doing another iteration that will allow more customization for each individual reseller of their HVAC units. And it was such a big hit with customers because they feel like they're in the Jetsons that we've actually are creating another application for them for presentations, so that will kind of be bookends to the sales process. One to introduce you via a presentation to the product line, and one to help you close a deal and send out a quote. So a great tool that people like using. It's important.
Absolutely. And, next one.
So the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation had a specific initiative called Green Feet, and they were interested in putting a kiosk in offices, kind of the lobby of Walmart or Target or any of the big name companies who actually collaborate with NIFWIF in order to save acres of land and help animals. So it was important because it's going to be available to anyone who walks into the office or the lobby while they're waiting for an appointment or possibly waiting to speak with someone. They'll be able to look at the kiosk app, understand the benefit of that company's contribution to the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation, and also give that user an opportunity to share the message of the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation with their friends.
And the same thing here, what was really important that since the user will be in the lobby, we had to start up really, really fast. We had to basically make sure that the user is really interested in this. So there's really good photos in there, there's video in there, and since everything is cached locally, it's like the experience is really instant. So we did a few special neat things, like we turned off the home button and kind of did a few hacks to kind of make it a really true kiosk experience. And the other thing that it does is it actually works offline as well, like all the other apps that we have built, and it basically checks back with the server to see if there's any new photos and videos. So in the evening, at night, when it's charged, it's actually going to get the new photos for the next day. So it's a really living and breathing app that's quite smart.
Yeah, it's infinitely customizable, and we built in an admin panel that makes it so that NIFWF doesn't have to come back to us to build a different application for Walmart or Target or any other company. Instead, we build one application, and they go into the admin interface and upload the videos that are related, the content that is related, and that way they can give a thank you app to Walmart that doesn't mention any of the other companies, and ditto for Target or any other company.
Yeah, so there will be in total over 100 unique apps that are floating out there. And instead of building 100 unique apps and calling us about all the 100 unique apps, we told them, hey, we'll build one and then see ya. So yeah, that's what we did, and it's a really nice piece of software that works really well, and was fun to work. Yeah, we actually have 1 minute left, so we're on time. How about that?
That's impressive. We didn't expect that to happen. So, do we have any questions about the 3 projects? It's native development. It's a native iOS app for iPad. Yeah.
It's all native, Ruby on Rails behind the scenes. So pretty much used everything that we know. So.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, we've got a booth. We're friendly. We don't bite. Wear bright colors, have cool accents. Please come by and say hi to us. We'd love to talk to you. And I hope you enjoyed it and got some information about this. And I think really what we want you to take away with it is that the tablet is not a place only for play, now that it's been made cheap enough to purchase hundreds in bulk and save a lot of money. It's a tool for getting business done, and the more that you can communicate that to the people that you're working with, the more business that you'll get creating those applications.
Thank you.
Thanks.